Now, here's Chris.
Hey! Hey! Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Friday morning and we're live on Radio X from our green studio in Leicester Square in London, broadcasting around the world on Radio X. And you can watch us on Global Player, the official Radio X app, right now, live, anywhere in the world.
Yeah, apart from North Korea.
Yeah. I've never checked that out. I've never been.
I've never been either.
Never been to South Korea, never been to East Korea, never been to West Korea.
No.
Never been to Korea.
No.
Been to South Korea.
You've been to South
sorry.
Korea.
Wait,
Sorry.
mic on.
Hi, hello.
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 No James Robinson today.
No.
He's off.
A little empty chair. It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Nope, not at all. Nothing sad about it. It's quite lovely, in fact. Kind of like it.
Oh, James.
So, yeah, you can tune in and watch us live.
Yes.
If you've never done it before, if you're listening live now, if you don't have Global Player, get it. And then you can listen to us like when you go on your holidays and stuff. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
You can listen to the playlists and the podcasts and all the different stations. Let's catch up. So if you missed the Platinum Hour on a Friday, just go back, catch up. Last Friday.
Very clever.
Brilliant. And it's where you can watch us live.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie today. I'm wearing a Chris Moyles Show
nice.
hoodie.
I like it. I love a hoodie.
Now, I want
Walked
to
into
say
the studio and it's boiling.
Desert something, is that one called?
Sure, whatever you like.
I can't remember what it's called.
Desert Farley's Rusk.
Desert Sand or something?
Don't know.
I've turned it down one. Do you want me
Yeah.
to turn it down another?
No. Well, let's just see.
It will catch up, won't it?
I know, we still live in this fantasy world that whatever we press on the aircon machine, we still believe
Yeah.
it affects the temperature in the studio.
No.
It doesn't.
It has no bearing at all on what happens in here, temperature-wise.
Yesterday, I got up, it was like 10 past 9, and I got out of my chair and I had to turn it up one notch because it was freezing in here and it was on 22 degrees. It's now saying it's on 22 degrees and it's boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or
It
reason.
was 23. It's catching up.
I think yesterday was a cold 22 and today's a hot 22.
Exactly
What it'll do
right.
is it'll even out now, then just gone 9 o'clock, it'll drop.
Freezing.
Yeah, it'll be really cold for no reason. But it won't be because the engineers will tell us that it isn't.
Oh no, it doesn't change temperature.
No.
Yeah.
It must just be all of us are weird. Our bodies all go freezing at the same time and hot at the same time.
must be
Nothing
that.
to do with the aircon.
Should we get an engineer to sit in on the show for an entire morning and just see how they feel?
We get gaslit
Yeah.
all the time.
T-shirt and shorts in the corner, freezing.
You're not cold.
You're not cold.
Despite the fact that we've actually stuck two pieces of A4 paper together to block the gust of cold, freezing air that blasts out, we actually have it hanging off the ceiling, sellotaped
Yeah.
in front of the air vent.
Apparently they're putting something in soon that's going to sort that.
Oh, good.
It's going to distribute it a bit.
So you're not going to be downwind
It blows
of the
it
aircon, Pip.
literally towards James and Pippa.
Yeah.
So Pippa's been cold for 9.5 years.
Yeah. It's the coldest. It is the coldest chair in the studio where you sit, I think.
And because you've got no James today, I mean, he's not much of a windbreaker,
Not
is he?
really.
He isn't.
No.
It's like having a leaf in front of you. But, you'll feel it a bit more today.
Do you know what? So I spotted he's got a brand new full bottle of unopened Huel on his desk. He didn't even drink it yesterday.
Really?
That's why he's not having his protein drinks.
He needs some roughage.
James.
That's what he needs.
He needs to drink it.
He does.
Roughage.
Roughage. He needs a load of
Roughage, yeah.
carbs. That's what he needs.
Nah.
He needs to
don't know.
bulk up a bit.
Nah, he's fine. I think he should go back to Heart.
Do you?
Yeah. That'd be good for his career.
Yeah. You could write him a good reference, couldn't you?
No.
Oh.
If it means he leaves. But the rest of us are all here. Phoenix is here. Morning,
is.
Phoenix.
Morning.
Morning, Phoenix.
Hello.
Hello. And Captain Crapbeard, is he here?
Hello there.
Oh, and I believe he's American now.
Oh, or Irish. I wasn't sure with that.
I don't think anyone's sure, are they?
Captain O'Crapbit.
He's English again.
Oh, good.
Hello there. Now, yesterday, I went for lunch
Yes.
with a couple of friends. Mm-hmm. Nick Ferrari
Yes.
from LBC, Morning Love,
Good morning.
and Gavin, Cocoa Pops Monkey.
Great.
And anyway, I walked through, it was like the other side of town, so I just walked through central London, having a lovely time.
Having a whistle.
And I discovered something, and I saw a sign for something, and I'm like, what's that? Blah, 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 blah. And then I went to walk away, and then I walked back to it, and I read it again, And there's something in London that I did not know existed, and I think it's fascinating.
Oh.
Whereabouts were you?
Kind of
So
Bond Streety way.
Oh.
Right?
I don't know what that means. I never go Bond Street way.
I don't either, but I was there yesterday. Anyway, I saw a sign advertising Handel Hendrix house.
Handel Hendrix house.
Yeah. Handel Hendrix house.
Right.
Is that Gin Man?
What?
Hendrix?
Hendrix
No.
Gin.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
No.
No, it's
No,
not. No.
okay.
Is it Handel as in the composer Handel with his water music?
Yes.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Handel Hendrix house.
But what's the Hendrix
Isn't
bit?
Handel his surname?
Yeah.
So is Hendrix Jimmy?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, how did I go for Gin over Jimmy, for goodness sake?
Because you're a
It
borderline
says
alcoholic.
A lot about you, Pip.
Oh, man.
Handel Hendrix house
Right.
is made up of two residences. Handel's house is 25 Brook Street in London,
Yeah.
and Jimi Hendrix's flat was the top floor of number 23 Brook Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So basically, Handel, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have a first name.
Jeff
'cause
Handel was-
all composers just had one.
Now,
Yeah,
what
that's
is
true.
Handel's first name?
Thomas.
That'll do.
Thomas
Right.
Handel.
Jeff.
So
Thomas.
basically, Handel lived at 25 Brook Street.
Right.
200 years later, at 23 Brook Street, Jimi Hendrix moved into the top floor flat.
Right.
So you've got classical music from Handel by this amazing composer.
Yeah.
And he lived there. And 200 years later, a pioneer
He was. Pioneer.
of rock music,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call this genre, moved into the flat right next door to where Handel had lived
Wow.
all those years earlier.
Very different musicians.
And it's now a museum dedicated to the pair of them,
Oh, I've never heard of it.
George Frederick Handel.
George.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He lived there from 1723 until he died in 1759.
Blimey.
And then Jimi Hendrix's flat, now, he lived there not as long as Handel.
No,
he
he wasn't.
lived there from July 68
Yeah.
to March 69. But he did live
But he lived there.
Temporarily.
Yeah. he
And
did
so-
live there.
they've kept or made the room look like it would have done for
How
Jimi
long has
Hendrix.
this been there? I've never heard of it.
No idea. I've never heard of it either. Amazing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
They should advertise that a bit more.
And I just love the fact that you've got it, and the whole thing, it just works. Handel, Hendrix, both begin with an H. One lived here, one lived there. Beautiful. All these years apart, two massive names from the world of music. Beautiful. And so one of them lived in a flat for 25 minutes. The other one lived in a house next door.
Yeah.
Wonder
You
why
know,
you didn't like it.
House prices were obviously different, but back in the 1700s.
Annoying neighbours, I bet.
It's got a lovely website and everything. I've
Yeah.
never heard of this place.
I say, and you can go and see it. You can go and have a little look.
Yeah.
Around and
Says
whatnot.
Separated by a wall and 200 years.
There you go.
Wow.
That's good. That's a good strap line, isn't it?
Turn that music down. Rock and roll, man.
Do you know, that's fascinating, actually.
I bet Handel made a right old racket as well, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Plinking, plonking on his piano.
Yeah.
Or whatever he had. I guess it was piano with it.
Handel is a more correct pronunciation, says Anders. Yeah, who cares? It's Handel, isn't it? Handel's
is it
war
Handel,
music,
is it?
whatever. Yeah, Handel, Handel, whatever. I'm from the north.
Oh, there we
Back
go.
off.
It's actually Handel in it.
Oh, here we go.
I think you're fine when you say Jimi Hendrix. It's actually Jimi Hendrix.
I think you're fine.
Excuse me.
The X isn't pronounced. I used to drink in a pub with a guy. I got to know him. Not seen him for many, many years. And his dad was in the great British rock group, The Animals.
Right.
House of the Rising
Ah,
Sun.
that's it,
All of
yeah.
that. And his dad was in the band. And then he saw somebody one day performing, this new guy that turned up in London, and he's like, "You are amazing. Who's your manager?" "I don't have a manager, man."
Oh, sounds
He goes,
American.
"I'll manage you if you want." And his dad then managed Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great.
Chaz Chandler's son was the guy that I knew. And you just kind of think, you know, you look back and you go, yeah, well, of course, Jimi Hendrix had to have a manager.
Yeah.
But you have to recognise
And he
the
wasn't...
potential at one point, don't you?
At one point, he was just a bloke called Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, and you look at that Handel, look at, you know, Beethoven, Mozart.
Yeah.
There's somebody in Mozart's story where he went, here, Tony Mozart, your tunes are good. What you should do, what do you do with them? You should record them. And Tony Beethoven goes, record? What do you mean? Well, you know, you should stick it on CD or something. Yeah. Put it on Spotify.
So a mini disc probably back then, wouldn't it?
Do you know, like, word of mouth, like, with no internet, how does Mozart get so famous?
Yeah.
Right?
True, isn't
Worldwide.
it? Yeah. Oh, huge.
Well, a lot of those people back in the day like became more famous afterwards.
Yeah.
But you know, still.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone the other day about something. Like you just said before the internet. I was telling somebody about a story about from, I don't know, the year 2000.
Right.
Or it was like, no, it was the mid to late 90s.
Right.
When there was no internet.
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel really, really old.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it, to think that?
There was a time in our lives, there was no internet.
No.
I am delighted that it wasn't there when we were younger. And no photo phones and any of that. Thank goodness.
None of that.
No, you had a card for a payphone. You had a phone card. That was it. You had to go to a payphone if you're out and about.
There were DJs who used to do radio shows, right? Local radio, national radio, whatever. No internet.
No.
No WhatsApp. No text messages.
No.
No mobile phones. No phone number.
No.
So you go in, you do your radio show, and anything you said, nobody at any point would go, that was a rubbish link.
Yeah.
That joke wasn't funny. I don't like that song. You do your 3-hour show, and you walk home.
Do you reckon everyone back then who did a radio show just close the microphone, show's done? I was brilliant.
That was a great show.
And if someone
I
didn't
was
like
excellent.
it, they'd have to get out a typewriter, I guess, before word processing. Get out a typewriter and send it, and that's if you can be bothered.
Or you handwrite a letter.
Handwrite it.
Dear DJ, on Tuesday you played the new song by Leo Sayer and you said it was great. It wasn't, it was rubbish. But then maybe everybody was just complimentary.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like when text messages started, obviously, no, we can't really remember, but do you reckon they were just all positive? And then one day somebody went, I don't like you. You're an idiot. Send.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then someone else goes, oh, yeah, I'm going to jump on that bandwagon.
Absolutely.
Like when Twitter
Let's
used
be
to
horrible.
be jolly.
It was lovely. It's a lovely place.
When we started on Twitter,
Yeah.
I remember I got a bit obsessed with it. You'd write stuff, people would reply, you could get into conversations with people. And I really clearly remember we'd done a big thing about Twitter on the old show. And we all set up our accounts and everything.
Yeah.
And then I remember that night, I'd been chatting away, posting stuff, talking to people. And then I wrote, right, I'm going to go to bed now. See you all in the morning for the show. Good night. And people were replying, night, night, sleep tight, sweet dreams, hear you in the morning.
Lovely.
Thanks, Chris. All the best. Oh, do you wear pajamas? Lol. Night, night, ZZZ. Now you go, I'm going to bed now. Night, night, everyone. See you all in the morning. Oh, you won't see us because you're on the radio and unless you have cameras in our or you just go, I don't care if you go to sleep. Why don't you Jeff off?
Exactly. It's more that, really, isn't it?
Who cares?
I'm going to sleep now. Whip-de-doo. What do you want? A cookie? Oh.
It is bad.
People are so rubbish.
They really are.
What happened?
People get so angry about nothing.
Chill out.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I made a career out of it, but that's
that's by the by.
It's playful anger.
It's tongue in cheek.
It's like my millisecond road rage that I suffer from.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think it's better out than in, though. You don't want to bottle that stuff up. I think it's good to just... bleh.
Tiff had some millisecond road rage. She hates it when I get millisecond road rage. And then she was driving. We drove somewhere and basically my millisecond road rage, for those of you who don't know, is I'll be in the car with Tiff, Dom, whoever, Gav, and I'm driving and I'm chatting away. Oh, I'm really looking forward to the football at the weekend. Oh, how are Leeds getting on? Oh, we're doing all right, actually. Yeah, we're currently top of the league. Oh, well, just sit there and don't move, you idiot. Moron! We're top of the league. We've got West Brom on Saturday at 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, but that's all done and forgotten.
And that's it. And you know what? I find it quite therapeutic.
It is, I think.
Because no one hears you in your car. You can shout as loud, apart from Tiff.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
True.
And she doesn't like it, but then she was doing it as well. But it's my recovery rate is really... Oh, do you know what? Don't bother indicating. We'll just work out where you're going. It doesn't really, it doesn't last long. Hence, I call it millisecond road rage.
Yeah.
And I don't believe I'm on my own,
Absolutely.
Beep. Don't beat me. Save the horn for the wife, moron. Once it's out and I'm back to normal and I'm really calm.
Yeah.
It's a little release, isn't it?
I think it's important.
Therapy.
Yeah. Exactly, it is therapy.
It's very, I enjoy driving. I find it enjoyable. I like it. And the little blasts of energy are, lovely. Yo! More! You can't drive! It doesn't really affect me.
Driving in on the M1 at the time I do in the morning, you would have millisecond road rage quite often. There's usually a car that's doing about 65 miles an hour in the middle lane when there's no cars in the left lane, no car in the right lane. What is that about? I think that's illegal, isn't it?
What?
Didn't they try hogging the middle lane? I think it's actually an offence.
Please don't start me off.
Oh.
Now, the middle lane thing still to this day annoys me.
Oh, it happens every morning.
I was in the inside lane, lane 1.
Yes.
Somebody's in lane 2. And I had to go all the way out to lane 3 to pass them, indicating as I then passed them to go back into lane 1. As I drove them, me and this other car both drove past a sign that said, one of the big motorway signs, Don't hog the middle lane.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you kind of, do it quite close to make a big point that you're doing a V?
No, but I absolutely indicate so that they see it. It's the worst passive aggressiveness I do because the people in the middle lane either A, don't notice, or B, don't care.
Yeah.
Because whatever reason, I find it safer to drive in the middle lane. It might be safer, but it's annoying. And by the way, it's not safer.
It's not safer?
No.
I always fantasize about having, those machines that have text going across. I have a fantasy about sticking that in the back window.
I'm with you.
And then writing whatever I want to write. Move over, you absolute...
I'm with you.
Muppet,
I'm absolutely with you. I've had the same thought.
Just a button, a few presets. Go, move over, you're an idiot. Slow down, speed up, whatever.
And I know there are people listening right now who are in the middle lane. If you're in the middle lane and you're listening, just look to your left. See how there's no cars there?
That's where you should be.
That's where you're meant to be!
That's your lane.
It's people in the middle lane, very, very, very closely followed by people in the middle lane who want to pass the car in front, so they will just indicate and pull out into the third lane, the fast lane, and will not increase their speed.
No, that's another one.
So you're driving at, let's say, 70.
Always.
And you're driving down the outside lane, you see the two cars in the middle, well, I'll pass them and I'll move in. And then the guy goes, I'm going to pass this guy in front of me. So he'll pull out in front of you doing 62.
Yeah.
And we'll stay at 62. But here's the thing. The car in front of him is doing 62. So they don't even pass each other.
So annoying.
I am losing my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is me. Move!
Have you seen that text has come in?
What?
This is very funny. I'm on the M62. There are cars who were in the middle lane who are now moving over
Good.
to the left lane.
Move!
Heed our call.
Because also it makes it a little bit more dangerous for the people who are forced to move into the fast lane and they're not ready for the fast lane.
They're not ready for it. It's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. And then you've got some Speedy Gonzales behind you who's getting annoyed at you for being in the fast lane.
That's dumb.
That's what? No.
And you're just overtaking the middle laner.
Absolutely. It can be a white knuckle ride in the fast lane.
It's naughty.
Yeah. Move out of the way if you're not.
Literally happened the other day. Outside lane, guy in the middle decides, I think I'm going to go past the car in front of me. He's too slow for me. He's doing, let's say, 60. So the guy pulls out right in front of me, and I'm like, whoa! And then the guy literally, he must have been going 0.001 mile an hour faster than the car he was trying to pass.
So annoying.
I was going out of my mind, and everybody in my body wants to flash my lights at him.
Yeah.
And I don't.
No,
I don't.
it's not worth it.
I think I've flashed my lights 3 times in my life.
Right. Oh.
I don't like it. I can't. It's
Yeah.
or you know.
Where do you stand on where you go to overtake a middle lane hogger and then they speed up?
Really, really annoying.
And then you've got to like...
Yeah.
You've then got to end up maybe possibly speeding a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you need to get in front of them, but they're not letting you.
And you don't want to pull back because then it just looks as though you don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying, that bit.
Yeah. And then you've got like this little like Mexican standoff going.
Yeah.
No, that's not right. But you know what I mean.
Yeah. There's a load of Mexicans there in the middle lane.
Yeah.
Oh, it is so... I'm getting a little bit annoyed now.
Breathe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're... Now...
Don't drive too close either. Thank you.
If you're in the car and you're still in the middle lane after hearing all of this, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, come on. Just look to your left.
You need to find some happiness, I think.
I think so.
It's deeper.
Just move over.
Yeah.
Move over. Leave it alone.
Somebody on text, you've got it all wrong. Just undertake them. It makes them feel like a fool. I don't know if undertaking is...
I think...
In slow-moving traffic.
I think if you're in lane 1 doing 68 and there's someone in lane 2 doing 65, you're naturally going to pass them. I think you can carry on.
Right, okay. If they're going slow, then you...
Yeah, I think you can carry on in that lane.
Okay.
God, I hope so. Now that's said that.
Well, no, caveat.
Caveat, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Check out your own rules, guys.
Yeah. So, there you are.
We are not the highway code.
Exactly. No, we're not.
I do like the people in the vans that whiz in and out of the lanes. They entertain me a little bit.
That's good skill.
They're in the inside lane, they're in the outside lane, they're in the middle lane. They go from the outside lane all the way to lane 1 again, so they can go back out to the outside lane because the person's too slow for them. I like watching those bobbing and weaving about.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care.
And then 25 minutes later, you both pull off at the same exit, and then you'll be right behind them, stuck at the roundabout.
Absolutely. There's no advantage.
He's just weaved about for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you learn in your speed awareness course, Dom, you'll remember this, is that you rarely get anywhere, really, any quicker, maybe by a couple of minutes.
No, I'm going to disagree with you there.
Please don't disagree.
I'm not fully on board with that, Pip.
There is a theory. It's not mine and it's not Dom's.
No.
So I'll repeat, it's not the way we think.
Let's wash our hands of this, yeah.
Well, the faster you drive, the quicker you get there.
True.
Now, some people would say that.
But the flow of traffic usually means that it evens itself out. It's negligible.
Right.
So it's not worth it because the amount of time you make, a few minutes, 5 minutes?
Listen, we didn't make up the rules. The rules are you put in your destination into your sat-nav. It says you'll be there at 3:15 p.m.
Yeah.
Your job as the driver is to get there at 3:14
Beat the
p.m.
sat-nav.
That's the game.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
That I didn't invent this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the law. I believe it's the law.
A minute early.
Always try and knock 10 minutes off the sat-nav.
10?
That's what they say.
Whoa, 10?
Obviously not 10.
How many speed awareness courses have you done?
I've only done one.
How many points?
I was meant to have 2, but I had one within 3 years, and you have to have a 3-year gap between you can take your second one.
Right.
Got any points?
Some.
What are points?
Exactly.
Anyway? I got you.
Prizes.
Yeah, 3. I've got 3 points.
Left.
Yeah, no, I've only got 3. But they get cancelled out soon, I think.
Do they?
I hope so.
How many is it? 3?
Don't know. I don't know,
Again,
actually.
20 years.
know.
20 years. You've got
20 years.
life,
20 years.
actually.
And again, we're not the
We're not.
highway code.
Don't
Anyway.
speed, guys.
If you're in the car now, first of all, drive safe. Both hands on the wheel, 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Secondly, thanks for listening to the show. Hope you're enjoying it. What are you doing? Are you feeding the wheel through your hands?
Yeah, sorry, that was very visual. It's like that. My Auntie Beryl used to do it like that properly.
Yeah.
Feed.
And you only do it for your driving test. As soon as you finish driving test, you're doing that. aren't you?
Oh, do you do? Oh, I don't do that.
Don't you?
No.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Even now?
10, my hands are at 10 to 2. I feed the wheel.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What?
Well done.
You're moving your arms like
Well-
when kids pretend to drive cars at home.
Yeah.
Left, right, like that.
I also say neown. Do you not do that? as well?
No.
Are you one of those ones who you put your palm on it and then you just do it in a circle like a boy?
Have you got driving gloves?
No, for extra purchase. When you're reversing and you put your
Hand on the
I
passenger's-
don't do that. And do that. Like a
Watch
right
me
idiot.
park, my darling.
Yeah. Stay there. You might learn something.
Now, speaking of cars, we have a competition today. Now, this is a beauty. This is our Formula One competition for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.
And you're allowed to go as fast as you want in these cars.
If you're an F1 driver, yeah.
Yes.
Class that. It is a 4-day pass to the British Grand Prix 4 days. 2 tickets, by the way, so you can bring somebody with you. 4-day grandstand tickets to the event. 2 Formula One paddock tours. So you get a paddock tour.
That's really cool.
And £2,000.
Lovely.
So in other words, we're going to pay you to go to the British Grand Prix.
Great.
That is awesome.
Now, if you spend that money wisely, that'll last from Thursday to Thursday evening. We will do that competition around about 8:30 this morning. So if you love your F1, do not forget, be listening about 8:30. You can be at the British Grand Prix. But for now, that will do.
Chris Moyles Radio X.
Wave at the camera, everybody. Bye!
The Chris Moyles Show.
With the new all-electric Skoda Elrock.